Christian from 7 Gaming Network, and I have, of course, been playing the excellent game that is Raid Shadow Legends. And I wanted to do a little update video on some of the things that have been going on, because I have been working flat out on getting a decent arena team together. I've only been playing the game a couple of weeks, but I'm up to the point in my missions where I am to reach Silver 1 in the arena. Now, maybe you're like me and you've had a real battle, pun intended, with getting through arena and trying to get yourself up through these ranks. I'm fast closing in on bronze 4, and I think I've hit upon a team literally just this evening now. I've playtested it in a few battles and it's gone really well, so I was going to show you guys, but it seems that in terms of arena, it really is all about speed. Like a lot of these hero collector games, if you can really up your speed, apply loads of damage before your opponent gets a chance to, then that puts you in really good stead. Now, there are quite a few characters, and really oddly enough, the starting characters, that are able to dish out really large amounts of damage if you spec them right. So I'll show you the teams that I have been working on. Now, it really revolves around Spirit Host. So she's a pretty easy to get hold of character. Look, she's a rare. And I've put her all speed, so she's very, very fast. Now, the reason why she's really good is not only does she have an aura that adds speed to your team at 10%, which isn't amazing, but it's really not bad, but she also has this Strengthen, which is a 50% increase attack buff on all allies for 2 turns as well. And so I have buffed her for super speed, and she she's going faster than anybody I've come up against. She consistently is going first, and what, she's on 138 speed, is that? My math is terrible. 137. And I have yet to come across an opponent, certainly in the tiers that I've been working at, that have gone before her. Now, because she gets to go so early and apply that attack buff, what's also really important is that your other characters are very fast, and the 3 other characters that I've put with her are KL, so he's been my main character, and I've got his crit rate up quite high, his attack really is quite high, and interestingly enough, I'm still using the original 3-star epic gear that he came with, but just through ascending him, he's my only level 50. And through getting those, they're all up to level 12. Look, one at level 13. He has been more than good enough through for the level that we're talking about here. Now, the other 2 characters that I've gone for is Elaine, or El Khain, as I prefer to call her, and she. Now, I've fitted her with some crit gear, because she's all about getting some big damage and really nice and quickly, and I have upgraded Valley of Death to level 4, and so she is going second always, because I have made sure that all of these have got speed on her. She is very fast as well. So combine that then with a very fast KL going. And the final one that I've got has been Bonekeeper. Now, the reason I've got her in, she is an epic, and she's not particularly fast, but she has got this ability here, Killing Haze, and the amount of times that goes off obviously is dependent on the crit. Now, I think I've got her under spec really. I should be putting on crit rate gear. However, when I first got her, I invested in sticking this relentless gear on, and actually, to be fair, I mean, it's almost a 20% gets an extra turn. It does actually feel like it happens more than that, and maybe that's just my RNG just being good to me, but it certainly feels like she is able to dish out a massive hit when she hits with that Killing Haze, and that precision strike is also very good. So she's a high damage character. So with the fact that you've got Spirit Host going very early and giving everybody 50% increased attack, and then having Elaine going and KL going. Well, I mean, let's just have a look. Let's see if I can find a battle here, and see if it comes off. Well, looks like a good one. This might be a possibility. 31,000, it's about the same as me. Let's see if there's any that are slightly less than that. I'll have a go at that. Yeah, I don't fancy that one. This has been an integral part actually of trying to work out, of trying to build consistency in Arena, because it is all about, when you lose points. It's not like in some other hero characters where you just stay where you are. You go down if you lose. So trying to build consistency has actually been one of the sort of major challenges that I've found with the game. It's been really quite challenging. What have we got here? Oh, Executioner, that counter attack. So that's this fella here. He has a counter attack and it's quite nasty. It's always going off. And he can be buffed up to have a lot of hit points as well. So this is interesting. I'm struggling to find. I might just have to go for the one that was 30 or 31 was it? Let's try it on this one and let's see how it works. This is where we really see whether my theory crafting is going to actually pan out here. Okay, so you can see they've got quite a lot of health, and here we go. I do get to go first and buff up and give that 50%. So my Elaine has been able to go next, and I'm using this Valley of Death, which has chucked out quite a bit of damage there, and then KL is going to do his big strike. Well, there we go. So that's the fourth battle that I've had with that team, and there's only been one battle that my Bonekeeper has actually got to have a strike yet. Those Elaine and KL are doing a lot of damage and critting a lot. So this has been going surprisingly well. Oh, although 26, don't think they're going to do very well. But let's just enjoy that stupid alpha strike that these guys are able to put out. Yeah, so we got that speed. Off we go first with our upgraded Valley of Death. Okay, that wasn't bad, but it hasn't super hit them. Let's see what KL can do. There's a lot of beats. Ooh, nearly there. Okay, so Spirit Host might go down here. Right, I need to take out Shaman, otherwise she is going to res. There you go, there's that double strike. You can see the sort of damage that she was doing there, so this has become a bit of a foregone conclusion now. And we finish it out there. Now you can see how that's... So this has been quite fun trying to work out a decent Arena team, and this is, I've been playing a couple of weeks now, and I feel like, although I've been playing solidly, I haven't sort of bought packs, you know, void shards and sacred shards and all that sort of thing. I have pretty much collected everything from in-game. There has been only one pack that I have bought. That was a small one that gave, it didn't give any shards, it gave just some extra energy, and I have just been farming. I mean, you might have had a brief look at my, look at this. So this has been me trying to farm some pieces from the life stages set. I have sold a lot of these. I did probably about 300 battles looking for some a particular attack percentage gauntlets. That was a bit of a long haul, but again, as I have mentioned in a previous video, when you're having to do those sort of grinds, it's fine, because all you're doing is you're leveling up your food so that you can get your characters up to those increased stars. Reminds me, so I did like a little I did like a diagram really, just to work it out. So at the top we got KL. I was trying to get him to 5 stars, and I was just going through, right, what characters do I need, at what stars and what levels to do the whole process. And as you can see, you need four 4-star characters to get up to KL at 5, and then of course to get 4 stars, well then you need 3 stars and underneath to feed into those, which of course that's still a total of 4 characters. So you can see, and then of course for those 3 stars, then clearly you need a lot of 2 stars, 24 2 stars in fact, if you're not using like a rare 3-star that just appears and you're leveling everything up. But that's a lot of leveling. Now it doesn't take particularly long. I actually found the hardest bit of this process was just managing all the characters. I would say the interface could do a little bit of work. This filter of by rank, level and affinity and recently used is naff. I think that's one area of the game that definitely I'd be looking to see improved over the coming months, the sort of the filter and an organisation of what you can be looking at. Unless there's something I'm missing, guys. I'm new, so if you know a better way then tell me. But yeah, it takes a long time, and it's just the management of it, but the actual levelling up of the characters doesn't take particularly long. And of course in these early days there's lots of XP bonuses going on all the time. And so in terms of the characters that I have been mostly working on, I haven't pushed the dungeons massively. So when it comes to those dungeons, I've probably up to about level 7 or 8 with most of them, somewhere around that kind of level. Now I have worked a couple of the dungeons just to get a few pieces, but again they're mostly as part of those progression mission type stuff, so I haven't been ploughing loads and loads of energy into doing those. In fact, the one I've had the most fun working on has been Spider's Den, because it's really difficult and it needs a very particular team setup to be able to beat it. To beat stage 4 has been quite a challenge, and actually I'll just chuck in what my team looked like for doing that. And this was the team. So I had a KL lead, mostly just to increase the amount of hit points that I've got, because I had characters that aren't awash with hit points, so they're not sort of defensive type characters. And the characters that we do have here, so Banshee, who's a fairly easy to get hold of rare, she's not that difficult. So all her attacks hit everybody, as well her 2 main ones that she comes with hit everybody. And so of course that's been really helpful for taking out the spiders, the little spiderlings I should say, because it's those spiderlings healing all the time that of course are the big challenge. Now Wretch is very good because of the HP burn. You might not know this, if you're a noob like me. I had to go and find this information out, but the HP burn ability, it doesn't state it in the thing here. Look, the Grave Fire HP burn, a little bit difficult to find out what does HP burn actually do. When it triggers, when the person who's affected with it, the mob who's affected with it, takes their turn, it actually has a sort of an AoE blast across all the other enemy opponent's units, if you're in arena. So when you use it against the spider and you hit her with it, when she takes her turn, she hits all of her spiderlings with that HP burn debuff. So really nice, and of course what we're looking really is AoEs for that. Now the reason I've put Spirit Host in that team is, yes, of course it increases the attack buff on allies, which is great, but more importantly it's got this, which is removes all debuffs on all allies. And of course one of the real big difficulties with Spider is all the little spiderlings attacking and then piling up loads and loads of poison debuffs on. So that Dark Gift is great at removing those. And of course KL is in there because he's just fantastic damage. The Acid Rain clears the spiderlings. Now that I've leveled up Elaine, I hadn't leveled up Elaine when I came to do that, she will definitely be going in there because of course of her Valley of Death, her Lightning Arrow, which attacks one enemy and then all enemies, so that's perfect, of course, for clearing out those. And of course, you can also stick a big hit onto Spider as well to try and get rid of those final points of health. So I've had a lot of fun starting to work out what's the synergy of my teams and my characters. I'm getting to the point now where I feel like I've got a bit more. I'm not just having to choose, well, this is my best character, I'm having to use that one. I'm having to think about, although Bow Knight is definitely not my best character, and I need to gear him up and get some better gear on him. One of his skills is he's got Ancient Seal, so he's got this very high chance of placing a heal reduction. Well, that's been great in one of the dungeons where the end boss always heals herself up all the time, and of course using him at the right time on that has been instrumental in me being able to make my way through it. Death Figure attacks all enemies, again absolutely fantastic in the Spider's lair, and it also increases critical rate, so that's been really good. KL, he's doing way more damage when he then lands his acid rain. So it's been really fun starting to build these teams now and having lots more just variety and options to build from. So just a quick little fill-in really of what's been happening for me, what I've been really enjoying and pressing into, and this still continues to be a game I'm really excited about. I've been trying to watch lots of videos. There's very little out there. If you haven't checked him out yet, I would say check out SK Nova. He's made probably about 15-20 videos now on it, some of them really quite long. He's doing high level sort of end game stuff, and so I found a lot of his stuff really helpful just for knowing what kind of thing I'm looking towards, what kind of characters might be good to keep an eye out for, what characters can I use for food, and what ones do I definitely need to keep. So if you are new to Raid and you haven't checked out SK Nova, then I would definitely do that. Anyway guys, until the next one, keep enjoying your gaming.